Hi Leo, and welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, and or their Venus in the sign of Leo. Nonetheless, if you found yourself on this particular video, I'm sure there is a reason for it, and I hope you hear all that you need at this time. Let's get into what energetically came out for you guys. And in the comment section below, let me know how your birthday season has been for you, okay? But where you're coming into the mid-month of August, you have the 9 of Wands with the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. In the obstacles positions, you have the King of Swords with the Chariot card, okay, followed by the World card. And then coming into the end of August and what you need to focus on in order to overcome any of these energies, you have the Knight of Wands with the Tower and the 4 of Wands. I also pulled a couple cards from the bottom of the deck just to see like what the full message was, and you have the 7 of Swords with the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. I feel like you guys are struggling with making a move or with completing a project, just getting to the end of something that you want a resolution for, that you want to see the results of your labor for, okay? I feel like you guys are struggling with accomplishing that, either due to your own overthinking, your own self-doubt as far as your capabilities, you wanting to kind of run away from your responsibilities, and or every time you try to make the effort or take initiative and go after the thing that you want, you always feel like you're in competition for it. You always feel like you kind of can't win for losing if it's not about something that you desire, as far as something that is material and it's on a romantic level. Then this is, you can't win for losing, because you guys always end up arguing, right? It never goes as you plan it. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are really tired of really trying to go after the thing that you want and not really having anything to show for it. I can definitely see why the King of Swords then would be in the obstacles position, because a lot of you guys are detaching at this time. A lot of you guys may be doing this, I want to say, on an unconscious level, because this is in the obstacles position, because, you know, typically the King of Swords is somebody that is very disciplined, that is a strategist, that has discernment, and that can be a voice of reason, right? So this is somebody that knows what to do and knows what actions to take. And so because this is in the obstacles position, it might be that you are unconsciously, I don't want to say unconsciously aware, because you're not aware, but that's the thing, like, you're not aware of this pattern that keeps existing in your life, right? Of why you feel like you try to move 2 steps forward and get pushed 10 steps back, you know what I mean? Some of you guys are getting the same result because you are unfair. The relationship is never balanced, right? You always try to take the role or assume the leadership role. What you say is what goes. Being very stern, you know, and unwavering in your opinion and in the dynamic of the relationship that you have with either a romantic partner or just in any of your social relationships, right? That can be the thing. A lot of you guys are in the positions because you don't stop to weigh the pros and cons of the things that you are getting yourself into, okay? You're not taking enough time to really think about the repercussions of your actions, because what goes around comes around. And so you guys keep finding yourselves in these imbalanced, impure, unfruitful karmic cycles because of that, okay? So that is something to consider looking into and changing within yourself. This can be also the person that you're dealing with, or somebody in your external environment that you are dealing with, right, as it resonates for you. But if this is about like a project though, and something that you have passion for, and you're just needing that extra push, you know, to get over the hump, to really propel it forward in the way that you desire for it to go, you just aren't organized enough. I feel like there's been a loss of direction in the project, a loss of passion, motivation even, right? You don't feel inspired to really move on the thing that at one point was bringing you success, at one point that you wanted to see through. That is the issue with some of you guys. You guys give up too soon, right? You're not really seeing it through. And again, that goes back to whether or not you're really being responsible, whether or not you're really holding yourself accountable in your life, okay? A lot of you guys need to be a little bit more realistic about that, okay? It's okay to be inspired and motivated, and or to have excitement for something or someone, but at some point you're going to have to slow down a little bit, right? Being a fire sign, and really decide if what you're about to engage in or what you're going after is of your highest good, that serves you really well. But if you find that you are just giving up because the obstacles are more than what you expected that they would be, right? With this Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords. And so you're wanting to give up without really fully giving it your all, then, you know, look into why you're doing that and whether or not you really feel like you will ever be fulfilled with continuing on that type of cycle. I think everybody hits a point in their life's journey where they really realize that, like, it's a lot tougher than they expected, right? It's not what they thought it would be at all. It comes with more trials than more trials and tribulations than I feel triumphs sometimes, and I feel like that's how you guys feel. But don't let that discourage you, right, and knock you off of your path and make you just want to turn a blind eye or give a cold shoulder to life, right? Don't let what is happening around you harden you. And I feel like a lot of you guys might be bitter right now. A lot of you guys are giving people the cold shoulder, or just being really cold and really rude. You are definitely out of balance with yourself and your higher self. Some of you guys need to take a spiritual bath because you have been coming up against a lot of toxic energies, a lot of vampirism. What is that called? What am I trying to say? You guys are being just attacked on a spiritual and energetic level, okay? Some of you guys need to take a spiritual bath to tie up any loose ends of the people that might be trying to harm you in any way that they can, right? Some of you guys just need to get back to the concept of oneness, though, with the World card, and understanding that everything is divinely connected, and so you need to start paying attention to essentially everything that is going on in your life and recognize the patterns so that you can break the ones that are not beneficial and continue to do what is, so you can continue to reap the rewards in your life, okay? I'm definitely seeing that with the last week's row with the Knight of Wands and the Tower card and the Four of Wands. I feel like you guys just need to be just a little bit more persistent, a little bit more consistent, right? Elevate this card, and because we're ending with the Four of Wands, I feel like you do find success when you do give it that last shot, right? Give it your best shot. Let go of the outcome, right? Don't set any expectations, because this is a man-made card. So if you are trying to reestablish a relationship or get a relationship off of the ground, don't try to think up in your head how it's supposed to play out as far as when you guys are going to get engaged, when you guys are supposed to move in together. You know, get rid of any existing structures and any ideas of the way that you want the relationship to go. Surrender to the flow of life, okay? Be more in the flow of life. If you are being stubborn with this King of Swords, you need to be open to being a little bit more flexible and allowing other people to help you, okay? Stop being so set in your ways and thinking that you can do it alone, because you can, but what's the benefit of that, you know? And there's a Bible verse that I have not yet committed to memory, but it made me think of this. Pretty much 2 brains are better than 1, 2 people are better than 1, because what happens when you are on the journey yourself and you fail? You have nobody to lean on or to turn to for comfort, you know, and for reassurance, and to help guide you and put you back on the right track. And so it takes a lot longer for you to do it for yourself, as opposed to if you had a partner in crime to go through life with, right? Somebody that you can trust, having a team of people that you can build your idea or your project up with, and have that relationship, that foundation in your life. Everybody needs somebody in some way, so just figure out what it is that you need that will work for you. If you're not big on romantic relationships, you put all of your effort into your career and building that up. Then it's just looking at the way that your work environment and your team and your dynamics with social relationships work. I don't know how else I was trying to say that. But, you know, look at that. If this is family members, it's trying to figure out a way that you guys can agree to disagree, okay? Despite the odds that are coming up against you guys, you are related by blood, and so that is more important than anything that is material in this world. Any other structure that exists is not as important. But for a lot of you guys, as far as trying to maybe fight for something that does not want you back, okay, and with the bottom of the deck, with the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. Can you guys see them? I do want to tell you guys to follow the path of least resistance, and that will bring you the most success, okay? You guys also showed up at the bottom of the deck with a Strength card, so you have it within you. I think some of you guys underestimate just how strong you are. Some of you guys need to realize that you have to hit rock bottom and or go through these obstacles that seem like they are never ending, right? Never ending story. You have to go through the tribulations in order to really understand just how powerful you are, just how strong and resilient you are. That can really be the catalyst to you really walking in your purpose. Now, if you're single, you will be very magnetic by the end of the month. Of course, Leos just naturally are that way, but very magnetizing. So be sure that you are actually attracting in the things that you actually need at this time and the people that you need at this time. Develop a good sense of self-control so that you can be more goal-oriented and more focused coming into the end of August, right? So that you can push through whatever obstacles you have been fighting against, and be able to see success for the thing that you're working on. If you've been in a relationship that's been a little hectic, chaotic, what you've been going through is very important, because through this you are able to really bring the things that you guys have kind of been burying, like beneath the surface, up to the forefront and deal with them face on, okay? Taking responsibility, again, taking accountability for the trajectory of your relationship and where it's been going, and what changes really need to be made between the two of you guys, and finding some type of compromise so that you can come together, okay? Now, if this is someone that you are not meant to be with, you are also realizing that you just aren't compatible, and so you may be closing out that chapter, right? Ending a relationship and moving in another direction. Having a hard time with figuring out how to do that, of course, but ultimately making that decision to venture out again on your own and go after really the thing that is best for you and the person that is best for you. You might be taking a little bit of a hiatus and focusing a little bit more on yourself and your friend groups before taking that next step again into another romantic relationship, but the energies are here and they are supportive, right? Again, follow the path of least resistance, Leo. Happy birthday if you still have not had your birthday yet. But at this time, that is what I have for you. Balance your throat chakra, your sacral chakra, your root chakra. Give me a thumbs up if this resonated for you. Share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.